everyone. Good morning. So, wait, yeah. Okay, so today we are going to discuss. Good morning, everyone. So my name is Madam Ivy, and I am going to discuss with you our CheMetal Series 3. Okay, so I hope all of you, managed to do the question, and grab your answer, and we will discuss the question. But I will not discuss all of the question because of the time. So I'm just going to discuss maybe uh, 4 or 5, 6. Okay, so we will see. Okay, so I hope you're ready with our CheMetal 3 series discussion. Okay, so in this CheMetal series 3, we are going to focus on alcohol and carbonyl compound. Okay, so we will move on to the first question, which is alcohol. Okay, so we go to alcohol first. Yeah. Okay, so the question number 1 asks you to name the structure of alcohol A. Okay, so given your alcohol A, okay, and you need to name the compound A according to the IPAC nomenclature. So when you want to name your compound, first you need to identify your the parent chain. So if you look at the parent for your structure A, this is actually a cyclic compound. So if you look, this is actually a cyclic and with 5 carbon. Okay, so automatically the carbon that bonded to your OH, this carbon, this carbon, okay, the one that bonded to your alcohol will be numbered as carbon number 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 carbon, and it's a cyclic, so you call it as cyclopentanol. So the parent name is cyclopentanol. Okay, and if you look at the first carbon itself, you have a substituent. Okay, kamu ada substituent. So apa nama ini substituent? What is the name of this substituent? Okay, this is actually isopropyl. Okay, if you look at the carbon, there are 3 carbon, kan? 2, 3. So it says isopropyl. Okay, so the name will be 1 isopropyl, okay, cyclopentanol. Okay, so far so good. Good morning. Okay, so classify alcohol A. Now in the classification of alcohol A, you need to check where the OH group bonded to. Okay, the OH group bonded to which carbon, because when you want to classify your alcohol, it actually depending on the carbon that attached to your alcohol, this carbon over here. So you need to classify the carbon. Okay, so if you look at the carbon here that bonded to the OH, this carbon bonded to 1, 2, 3 other carbon. So you can say this carbon is a tertiary carbon. So since the carbon is a tertiary carbon, so you can say this is a tertiary alcohol. Okay, so yes, it's a tertiary alcohol. Okay, now moving to the next question. Write down the chemical equation for the dehydration of air by including the major and minor products that the rule used to determine the major product. So this is a dehydration of alcohol. So dehydration of alcohol is an elimination reaction. Okay, they eliminate. So when you want to do the dehydration of alcohol, usually I will suggest the students to do the expanded structure so that you can see clearly which atom hydrogen you are going to eliminate from your alcohol, because in dehydration you eliminate 1 OH group and 1 hydrogen atom. So OH group confirm kamu nampak where is the OH group, but which hydrogen you are going to eliminate. So okay, hydrogen yang kamu eliminate mesti adjacent carbon. Maksud adjacent carbon ni macam madam kisah. So when you draw your structure, okay, usually madam suka suruh student madam, okay, buat expanded. Okay, kalau kamu if you are still not familiar with the structure, because when you do expanded structure on the carbon, that adjacent carbon, nanti madam explain apa itu adjacent carbon. Okay, so adjacent carbon tu ini ialah carbon kan? Okay, ini ialah the carbon. These are the carbon that directly attached to your OH. Ini carbon, ini nak. Ini carbon yang directly attached to your OH. So untuk dia buang itu hydrogen, for you to eliminate the hydrogen, it must eliminate. Okay, it must eliminate with CH, and then CH3. Okay, H, ada H. Okay, so it must eliminate from the carbon that directly bonded to your OH. So ini ialah carbon yang bonded to your OH. Untuk buang hydrogen, it must be from the hydrogen that bonded from the carbon that adjacent, dia directly bonded to the carbon yang bonded sama ni OH. So ini carbon yang directly bonded to this OH, carbon that it directly bonded it either ini carbon, this carbon, or this carbon. Okay, directly bonded yang dengan carbon yang bonded OH. So ini adalah carbon yang bonded OH. So kamu mau buang OH di sini, and then you want to buang another, you need to eliminate another hydrogen. So from which hydrogen? Hydrogen yang the carbon directly bonded to the carbon that bond to the OH. So it could be this hydrogen over here, or this hydrogen over here, or this hydrogen over here. Okay, so that's why dia ada major dan minor product. Sebab kamu akan dapat produk yang berbeza. If you eliminate the hydrogen from the carbon over here, then you're going to get, okay, let us do the full chemical equation. Okay, plus concentrated sulfuric acid, okay, heated. Sekarang kita buang dari carbon ni. Dari carbon ni. Dari carbon, okay, kita buang ni hydrogen ni. Sebab kita buang OH sini, okay, ni kita buang hydrogen sini. So this is going to be your product. Sini, okay, you're going to get this. The double bond will be here. See? So ni madam tulis secara CH3. Okay, so that is what that is what going to be your double bond. Now the second structure, if you eliminate, okay, you eliminate OH here and you eliminate the H here. So apa structure yang kamu akan dapat? Plus, so double bond di C. Okay, so CH. So actually you're gonna get two, yes, you're gonna get two product here. Now you need to decide which one will be your major product and minor product. So major product tu lebih banyak terhasil lah. So which one is going to be major, which one is going to be minor. This is when you need to use a rule. So rule itu nama dia ialah CZ rule. CZ rule ni kita pakai untuk determine which one is your major, minor alkene. Okay, so kalau kamu tengok itu structure, okay, if you look at the structure, then okay, CZ rule saying that the most, the one going to be your major product is alkene with more substituent. So macam kita mau tengok alkene with more substituent. So kamu tengok sini lah. Ini C double bond C. Okay, so di sini dia ada 1, okay, 2, 3, 4. Okay, more substituent. Okay, substituent to alkyl group. Okay, but if you look at the carbon over here, the double bond is here. So it has less substituent compared to the first structure that we drew. So you can say this is your major product. Okay, write down the equation and then state the rule used. Then you answer the rule used is CZ rule. Okay, now you need to suggest a test to differentiate between compound A and 3-pentanol in the lab. Okay, so mari kita lukis dulu compound A dengan 3-pentanol. So kita buat kita punya compound A. This is your compound A. And compound A, so we have CH, CH32, and then H. Okay, and then you have a pentan 3-ol. Pentan 3-ol. So pentan 3-ol is actually 3-pentanol lah. Okay, pen tu berapa carbon? Pen tu ialah 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So kita kira lah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon, okay, pentanol. So 3-ol maksudnya kedudukan kamu punya OH ialah carbon ketiga. Okay, so macam mana kita beza? How to differentiate between compound A and pentan 3-ol in the laboratory? So first, when you want to differentiate your alcohol, first you must identify the type of alcohol that you have. You have to classify it as primary, secondary, or tertiary alcohol. Because when you differentiate them, then it's easier for you to decide which test. Yeah. Okay. So if you look at the structure of alcohol A is a tertiary alcohol. Okay. And if you look at pentan 3-ol, okay, this pentan 3-ol, kamu tengok ni carbon ni bonded to another 2 carbon. So this is actually a secondary alcohol. So macam mana kita bezakan tertiary alcohol and secondary alcohol? Yes, we use Lucas test. So when you want to differentiate your compound in the lab, so first you must identify the type of compound you have. So now we both have alcohol, we already differentiate them. The first one is tertiary alcohol, the second one is secondary alcohol. Then you must write down what is the name of the test. Contohnya untuk bezakan all primary, tertiary, secondary alcohol, we can use Lucas test. So kita tulis, okay, the test that we're going to use is Lucas test. Mesti tulis, okay, Lucas test. And then the second step will be you need to write down both of the chemical equation when you react them with Lucas reagent. Okay, both chemical equation mesti ada. So you put lah, if secondary alcohol, okay, okay, kalau Lucas reagent tu ialah concentrated HCl and then ada zinc Cl2. Okay, so what happened here is dia sebenarnya substitution reaction ni, this OH will be replaced with a Cl. So, macam ni kan, okay, Cl, okay, CH, CH3, 2. Now, kenapa kamu ada cloudy solution? Okay, itu cloudy solution sebenarnya adalah karena kamu punya alkyl halide. Alkyl halide, you know what is alkyl halide like? Alkyl group with any halogen. This is alkyl halide. So sebenarnya itu yang kamu punya cloudy solution tu because of your alkyl halide form. Okay, plus H2O, plus H2O. So sekarang, if tertiary alcohol, it will react immediately. So when I say it react immediately the substitution reaction happen immediately. OH is substituted with Cl immediately. Hence why kamu punya cloudy solution turns appear immediately. So the third thing that you must put inside your reaction is observation. Okay, so you must put observation. So observation, solution turns cloudy immediately, serta merta. Okay, so if secondary alcohol, if you react with concentrated HCl, okay, zinc Cl2, this is Lucas reagent. Okay, again the same thing. Your OH is substituted with Cl. Okay, dia substituted with Cl. So ding ding ding, dia akan Cl. Okay, plus H2O. Okay, that's why kamu ada cloudy solution. So dalam secondary alcohol, of course the substitution reaction still happen, but dia lambat sedikit. So observation kamu, dia tidak immediately tau, dia lambat sedikit. So observation is the solution turns cloudy within 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, within 5 to 10 minutes. Itu dia punya observation. Okay, so we have finished question number 1. Is there any question you want to ask me? Madam tengok juga dia punya chat ni. Okay, any live chat from you? Any question do you want to ask students? Crystal clear so far? Hello? Can you please provide feedback? Kamu okay? Faham? Am I moving too fast? Kelas? Mana kelas-kelas madam ni? Z4, 5, 6. Ha, mana kamu? Oh, si Jumilson ada. Faham. Oh, semua student-student saya ni. Yang lain mana? Clear? Faham? Faham? Atau kamu mau madam bercakap dalam bahasa dusun? Ha, Karati? Ha. Okay, faham ah? Okay juga madam. So far so good. Am I moving too fast? If I move too fast, then you can chat with me because I'm with my phone as well. Very clear, madam. Oh, thank you, Mr. Shandi. Solution cloudy. When heated also can. When you want to say within 5 to 10 minutes also can. Karati. Okay, kano. Soalan nomor 2. Let's proceed to the next question. Paham. Okay. Okay, this is the answer scheme. Okay, madam bincang and then at the same time madam bagi juga answer scheme. So kamu boleh jawab macam ni lah. Okay, first nama and then bagi tahu it's a tertiary alcohol. Okay, the answer is pretty straightforward. Okay, and then full chemical equation kena tulis major, kena tulis minor. Okay, and then B, as I mentioned earlier, if you are asked to differentiate between two compound, first mesti bagi tahu apa test kamu pakai. Okay, second, both must have chemical equation. Kalaupun if there is other reaction, dia tidak react pun, kamu kena tulis your chemical equation. And then the third, mesti buat observation. Okay, ini yang kamu kena ada bila kamu buat differentiate. Okay, boleh faham ah? So far so good ya. Okay, semua faham. Karati madam, faham. Okay, bagus. Okay, let us go to the next question. Okay, the next question between alcohol. Okay, the next question sebenarnya ini betul. Madam terbagi ini. Show the preparation. I'm going to skip this question ya, because this question is pretty senang. Okay, soalan ini agak mudah. Jadi madam skip ni yang preparation of ethanoic acid from glucose. Okay, sebab aku tidak cukup masa kan. Okay, mari kita bincang the next alcohol. Okay, macam ada lag. Okay, now what the question asks you to find. Okay, so you are given alcohol B and alcohol C. Now, let us see what the question asks you to find. Which alcohol has higher boiling point? Now, when question asking about boiling point, okay, these are, before you want to answer a question, you need to understand apa student mau student mana sudah, sorry, I was reading the chat. Okay, consider, okay, which alcohol has higher boiling point? Okay, when you want to answer a question like, okay, which one has higher boiling point, so you need to compare, right? A dan B, siapa lebih tinggi boiling point? So before you want to compare, you need to understand boiling point, apa factor yang affect the boiling point. So you need to know, okay, boiling point, factor that affect kamu punya boiling point, whether you have a higher boiling point or you have a lower boiling point, the factor is the type of intermolecular forces. So kamu check which one will have stronger intermolecular forces, because the compound with stronger intermolecular forces will need more energy. Okay, it will need more energy to break the forces. Hence why the boiling point will be higher. So before kamu jawab, kamu kena identify the type of intermolecular forces between the two compounds that given to you. So if you look at alcohol B and C, they are both alcohol. So alcohol, you know that because of the OH group, it can form hydrogen bond. Okay, so if you look alcohol B and C, okay, then you know, okay, in alcohol, the type of intermolecular forces it has is hydrogen bond and van der Waals forces of attraction. Okay, jangan kamu ingat because dia ada hydrogen bond, dia tidak ada van der Waals. No. Every compound they will have van der Waals. Okay, dia memang setiap compound memang ada van der Waals forces of attraction. But in alcohol, not only it has van der Waals, it also have hydrogen bond. Okay, contohnya kalau dalam alkane, this is your alkane. Okay, dalam alkane, okay, sorry, I skip the hydrogen. Dalam alkane, the type of intermolecular forces cuma ada van der Waals. But in alcohol, it has both van der Waals and hydrogen bonding. Okay, so if you look at the structure, ya, okay, kalau kamu tengok alcohol B ada satu OH group. Okay, alcohol C juga ada satu OH group. So they both can form the same amount of hydrogen bond. They both can form the same amount of hydrogen bond. Why? Because they both have only one OH group. Now you look at the second factor. The second factor is the van der Waals forces of attraction. So van der Waals forces of attraction, then you check van der Waals forces of attraction, van der Waals forces of attraction. What is the factor that affect the van der Waals? Apa yang menyebabkan van der Waals forces kamu itu kuat? Okay, so you know that van der Waals, the factor that affect the whether you have a stronger or lower strength is based on the molecular weight. Okay, they're based on molecular weight. Then you look between B and C. Which one will have higher molecular weight? Because higher molecular weight, stronger van der Waals forces. So kamu check. Okay. So kamu check, and you know that alcohol C, okay, alcohol C have higher molecular weight. So macam mana paling senang kamu mau tahu molecular weight siapa lebih higher? Kamu kira sahaja bilangan carbon. Okay, bilangan carbon. More carbon actually higher molecular weight. So if you count, alcohol C actually have more carbon. So that's why alcohol C actually have higher molecular mass. Then that's why alcohol C have higher boiling point. Okay, so higher boiling point because of the higher molecular mass and bigger surface area. So hence why you will have stronger van der Waals. Nanti dia punya skema madam tunjuk macam mana menjawab. Okay, tapi sekarang madam mau tekankan bahagian pemahaman. Okay, faham? Faham kan? Boiling point ni agak penting untuk kamu faham sebab every chapter ada tanya boiling point. So again, ingat apa madam ajar, setiap kali question ask about boiling point, first kamu please identify the type of intermolecular forces. Okay? Okay class, understand? Hello, can I get a feedback in the chat? Faham. Mimpai ma, nah keluar selesai Mandarin. Hey mimpai ma, okay. Okay, bahasa Sarawak faham sih. Faham? Ada orang Sarawak kat sini. Faham sih? Ha. Faham. Arti. Faham. Okay. So ada Chinese student kat sini. 可以吗? Yes, madam. Okay. Now, next. Okay, it's a very simple question, but if you understand, I emphasize on it. Why mimpai? Okay, why do I emphasize on it? Because almost every chapter they will ask you the same question: boiling point, solubility. So now we're going to the next question. Now, solubility in water. So when question asks whether your compound is soluble in water, then you need to check if your compound can form hydrogen bond with water. So like alkane, for example, we have alkane here. Alkane is non-polar solvent. So alkane, they cannot form hydrogen bond with water. Kalau ada air sini tu, ini air. Alkane cannot form hydrogen bond with water. Dia tidak dapat form itu hydrogen bond. Hence why alkane tidak soluble dalam air. Dia non-polar and it cannot form hydrogen bond with water. So it is insoluble in water. But if you look at your question now, question is alcohol. So can alcohol is soluble? Can alcohol form hydrogen bond with water? Is alcohol soluble in water? So kamu cek, bolehkah alcohol form hydrogen bond with water? Yes, boleh. Kenapa? Sebab dia ada tu OH group. Ini OH group ni ROH, ini alkohol kan? Ini kamu punya air. Ini nak air kamu kan, H2O. Dia boleh form hydrogen bond. Ini hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond. Sebab alkohol boleh form hydrogen bond dengan water, that's why alkohol itu soluble dalam air. That's why kalau kamu ambil itu alkohol, macam ethanol, kamu pour with water, you will only have one layer of solution. It is soluble in water. But you also need to look at the second factor. Okay? The second factor is, kamu jangan lupa, alkohol kamu juga ada grup CH. Grup alkane tu, alkyl group tu. Ini grup ni CH ni adalah grup yang tidak soluble in water because dia hydrocarbon, carbon hydrogen. This is the group that cannot form hydrogen bond with water. This is what we call as hydrophobic area. Hydrophobic area is the alkyl group that cannot form hydrogen bond with water. So semakin besar alkyl group kamu, meaning more carbon you have, okay, the less soluble your alcohol is in the water. So again, which one have higher amount of carbon, or which one have higher molecular mass in here is the alcohol C, right? Sebab it has what we call longer alkyl chain. It has longer alkyl chain, or you can say bigger hydrophobic area. So kamu kira carbon alcohol C lebih banyak. So dia punya hydrophobic area, the CH group ni, hydrocarbon group ni yang cannot form hydrogen bond with water lebih banyak, lebih besar hydrophobic area. So bagian kawasan yang tidak boleh form hydrogen bond with water itu lagi besar. So it is more insoluble in water. Okay? Awak faham? Okay. Now, when alcohol is treated with hot acidified potassium dichromate, the orange solution turns green. Write down the chemical equation for the reaction to happen. So this hot acidified potassium dichromate sebenarnya adalah agent, oxidation agent. So actually when you react your alcohol B with hot acidified potassium dichromate, you actually undergoes oxidation towards your alcohol. So kamu buat macam biasa. Okay, buat macam biasa. Okay, you have CH3, CH, OH, okay, CH2, CH2, CH2. You undergoes oxidation. This is a strong oxidation agent, ya. K2CR2O7 ini strong oxidation agent. H plus H. So kamu punya alcohol, kalau kamu tengok ini adalah secondary alcohol, it will undergoes oxidation into ketone. Because ini adalah secondary alcohol. So kalau secondary alcohol undergoes oxidation, kamu akan dapat ketone. So CH2, COO, okay, CH2, CH2, CH3. Okay, jangan risau yang terdapat jawab soalan jawapan nanti madam tunjukkan juga. Okay. Now, oxidation of alcohol. Okay. So now question asks you, a gas is released when a piece of potassium metal is added to alcohol C, which gives a pop sound. Now, a pop sound, when there's a pop sound, when you test it with a light wooden spoon, this is a test to indicate the presence of hydrogen gas. Okay, if you use light wooden spoon and it produces a pop sound, this is actually to identify the presence of hydrogen gas. So kalau dia ada pop sound, means hydrogen gas is released during the reaction. Okay, so draw the main product form. So this is actually reaction of alcohol with metal. So kamu tahu kan, alcohol can react with the metal from group 1 and group 2 from your periodic table. Okay, react. Okay. So ni alcohol C kan. So alcohol C dia react dengan apa tu? Dia react dengan potassium. So react dengan potassium lah. So kamu dapat CH3, CH, CHO minus K plus. Okay, CH2, CH3, dan juga jangan lupa the hydrogen gas. Okay, so name a test that can use to differentiate this alcohol, include the observation and chemical equation. Now kita tengok differentiate this alcohol. So you have alcohol B, alcohol C. Macam mana kita differentiate it? Okay. So awak faham ada masalah ya? So sometimes kalau kamu tengok, okay, sekarang kamu tengok ini test. Okay. Again, when you want to differentiate, you must identify the type of alcohol. So ini adalah secondary alcohol. Okay. Ini adalah Okay, if you look at this, this one juga secondary alcohol. So macam mana tu? Kalau secondary alcohol dengan secondary alcohol, kamu memang tidak boleh bezakan guna Lucas test. Sebab dua-dua turn cloudy solution at the same rate. So kalau dua-dua turn solution, so dua-dua secondary, kamu tidak boleh guna Lucas test. Tapi kalau kamu tengok ini structure of alcohol D, okay, mari kita buat dia punya expanded. Okay, expanded structure. Semua B, so CH3, CH, OH, okay. CH3, CH, OH, CH2, CH2, CH3. Kamu boleh nampak ada methyl alcohol group here. So methyl alcohol group ialah bila carbon kamu tu bonded to hydrogen, to OH dan CH3. Ini adalah what we call as methyl alcohol group. So this methyl alcohol group, okay, kenapa kamu nampak madam kosongkan bond keempat tu? Because bond keempat ni, the fourth bond, can be any atom, it can be any molecules, as long as you have this group, what we call as methyl alcohol. Carbon, ada hydrogen, ada OH, ada CH3. As long as you have this group, then you have what you call as methyl alcohol group. So this methyl alcohol group will show positive result when you react it with iodoform test. So you can use iodoform test. Okay, alcohol sih tiada kan madam? Tiada. That's why kalau macam kamu tidak nampak kan, madam selalu nasihatkan student, if you cannot see the structure, please do expanded structure. It just take you few minutes. Okay, this is alcohol C, right? Okay, you have CH3, and you have COH, and you have H. Okay, and then you have CH2, CH3. Okay, and H3. So you have to focus on this carbon. Why do you focus on this carbon? Because this is the carbon that bonded to your OH. So this carbon have OH, yes, one of the requirement. It bonded to hydrogen, oh yes, another requirement is fulfilled. But it is actually bonded to a ethyl group. Ini pun ini, dia tidak ada bonded to CH3. Dia tidak ada CCH3. Jadi alkohol C tidak ada methyl alcohol group. So kamu boleh pakai iodoform test. Ya, ambil tunjuk. Ini iodoform test. Okay, iodoform test is iodine in NaOH. Okay, ada yang buat macam ni. Kalau kamu letak OH minus boleh, kamu letak NaOH juga boleh. Kalau madam selalu ajar student madam buat full chemical equation CH3. Okay, what I want to, this is what I teach my students lah. Kalau macam kamu susah mau buat tu chemical equation kan, senang saja. Kamu buat bahagian tu methyl alcohol group. Mana tu methyl alcohol group? Ini. Sekejap. Kamu lukis dulu tu methyl alcohol group ni. So madam lukis kasih tunjuk kamu sini. Ada carbon, ada H, ada OH, ada CH3. Itu bahagian methyl alcohol group dia ni nah. Jadi yang the fourth bond ialah ni kan. This is the fourth bond, right? So the fourth bond you lukis lah. Ni nah. This is the fourth bond. Yang can be anything. So kamu lukis, okay. CH2, CH2, CH3. And then you react with, okay, and then you react with iodine in the presence of NaOH. So kalau kamu ni jenis yang cepat lupa dalam persamaan kimia, the bond that can be anything, the fourth bond, okay, the fourth bond, the one that is not the methyl alcohol group, kamu salin saja balik, okay, saya salin balik dia, CH3, CH2, CH2, okay. So bahagian yang methyl alcohol group tu mana tu? Ini ialah the methyl alcohol group. Dia jadi COO minus and Na plus. Okay, plus CHI3, precipitate down. Okay, so ini persamaan kamu boleh lukis. Persamaan yang kena bagi dalam skema ni pun kamu boleh lukis. Kamu boleh juga tulis iodine in OH minus. Boleh juga. Okay, it's the same. So alcohol, the next yang tidak ada methyl alcohol group tu, dia memang no observable change. Okay, so remember when I emphasized earlier, when when you need to differentiate between the two compound, first namakan apa test kamu pakai. Second, mesti ada kedua-dua full chemical equation. For example, the next alcohol ni alcohol do not show any reaction, it don't react. Kamu kena tulis juga, but kamu punya produk no observable change. And the third one, kamu mesti letak observation. Okay, kenapa ada tu yellow precipitate? Itu yellow precipitate ialah the CHI3. Okay, so yellow precipitate form. So kalau dalam ni no yellow precipitate form. Okay, so madam bagi kamu sedikit tengok dia punya. Siapa boleh screenshot? Okay, so these are the schema, answer scheme for the next. Oh, I think I moved too slow. Takut tidak masak. So alcohol C has higher boiling point. Okay, why? Because it has higher molecular mass. Okay, alcohol C has bigger surface area. Okay, first kamu tengok first cara jawab tu dia bagi tahu dulu. Alcohol C have higher. And then you explain why. Why? Because it has higher molecular mass. Why? Bigger surface area. So stronger van der Waals forces. So stronger van der Waals forces. Then when you have a stronger van der Waals forces, then you need higher energy. So forces makin kuat kan? So forces makin kuat, kau memerlukan lebih tenaga untuk pisahkan. Jadi bila you need more high energy, that's why the boiling point will be higher. Okay, so the next is alcohol C is less soluble in water. Why? Because it has longer alkyl chain and bigger hydrophobic area. Okay, so this is the answer for the previous question given. Okay, can I move to the next question? Kamu faham? Fahamkah? Hello? Hello? Any feedback? Hi, students, are you still there? Faham? Yang lain, balik-balik ni student yang sama ni. Mana student yang lain ni? Faham. Any question? Clear, crystal clear. Kalau Iban tu bahasa Sarawak, faham apa? Mari kita belajar bahasa sini. Kalau Iban apa bahasa? Faham? Ada orang Iban di sini. Faham. Kau orang Murut kah? Faham dalam bahasa Murut apa? Orang Iban kah, Bidayu? Okay. Shall we move to the next question? Cannot. Okay. Alcohol B, E, and F are isomers. So isomers, what is isomers? Cepat, madam mau pakai battery. Okay, what is isomers? What is isomers? Okay. Now, apa itu isomers? Isomers ialah when you have the same molecular formula but different arrangement lah. Okay. So, same molecular formula maksudnya alkohol B, alkohol E, alkohol F ni semua ada 4 carbon, semua ada 9 hydrogen and 1 OH group. Okay, that's that. Okay, kejap ada masalah sikit. Sekejap. Ada masalah sedikit. Cepat. Sekejap kenapa ni? Ada masalah sedikit. Kamu tengok dulu muka madam. Okay. Sekejap Awak nemu madam. Oh, Iban. Sekejap ada masalah sedikit ni sharing ni. Sekejap here. Kenapa ini? Okay. Then kita skimming, it's view. Sekejap iklan. Kamu chat lah di sana dulu. Okay, madam. Chat lah kamu dulu. Alah, tidak boleh Kenapa ni ya? Sekejap Sekejap. Apa kabar semua? Selamat Hari Raya. Madam cantik hari ni memang pun cantik. Oh, sorry. Kejap, I don't understand what's wrong with my let's view. Okay. What's wrong? Share. Stop screen. Share screen. Apa my madam punya let's view ni tidak keluar. Coba. Stop viewing. Tidak boleh iPad lost connection. Sekejap internet tidak bagus sekali. Chat lah kan kalau udah madam begini. Kenapa? Oh, thank you. Kamu belum nampak sekarang ini. Syok, belum lagi kamu nampak. Kamu tanya tuh Z4, Z5, Z6, Z7. Tiap hari kena marah. Tidaklah, kena marah sayang. Madam Bajik bahasa Ritok in Iban, saya tidak paham mo. Apa itu? Siapa kelas? Share screen. Kenoto.
Hi guys, so iklan sekejap sebab sorry Madam Ivy ada issue connection. So saya mau jawab soalan ni, kamu boleh tanya soalan dulu sementara tunggu Madam Ivy masuk balik. Okay, Madam, antara butanol dengan 2-butanol mana satu lebih high BP-nya? Okay, so antara 2-butanol dengan 1-butanol, okay, lebih tinggi dia punya BP adalah 1-butanol sebab 2-butanol they consider as they consider as apa nama tu? Okay. Dia consider as branch alcohol. Okay, tu butanol consider as branch alcohol. Jadi butanol yang biasa yang 1-butanol tu adalah consider sebagai straight chain butanol. Jadi straight chain butanol lebih tinggi boiling point daripada branch butanol. Okay. Alright. So 1-butanol lebih tinggi boiling point daripada 2-butanol. Okay. Alright. Okay, tanya soalan lagi. So tengah sedap syok-syok Maida mengajar, tiba-tiba ada connection problem. So kita masuk sekejap lah. Okay, tanya soalan. Jangan kamu lari. Jangan kamu lari guys. Okay. Saya tidak bawa iPad saya. Okay. Ada lagi soalan-soalan? Tanya soalan guys. Kamu boleh sabar bahkan tunggu. Okay. Phenol boleh oxidize ke okay. Oh, ini soalan dia. Okay. Alright, ada satu soalan ni. Okay, soalan daripada Zik. Okay, soalannya adalah phenol boleh oxidize ke? Okay, jawapan dia adalah phenol dia bukan alkohol yang macam alkohol biasa tu. Phenol dia special sebab dia ada benzene kan? Dia ada benzene ring dekat OH group tu. So dia directly attach dengan benzene ring. So phenol tidak boleh oxidize sebab dia punya structure tu sangat stable. Dia punya benzene itu sangat stable, so kamu tidak boleh remove dia punya hydrogen begitu saja. So kita boleh cakap alasan dia insufficient hydrogen juga. Jadi phenol tidak boleh oxidize. Okay? Saya harap kamu sudah faham lah setakat ni yang phenol tu dengan apa? Alkohol tidak sama jenis. Dia bukan alkohol macam biasa. Dia alkohol yang special sikit. Okay. Faham tak kan? Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay, saya mau tanya kamu. Okay, sekarang sambil saya tanya. Apa tes yang sesuai kalau kita mau kasih beza antara bagi saya satu tes mau bezakan antara grup yang ada alkin, contohnya butin dengan butanol. Apa tes yang sesuai untuk bezakan butin dengan butanol? Coba jawab di komen. Tes yang sesuai, chemical test yang sesuai untuk bezakan to differentiate butin and butanol.
Hi, I'm good. Ayo bilangin modem.
Test, bromine test. Okay, bromine test. Okay. Okay, tadi saya tanya dia orang apa tes yang paling sesuai untuk bezakan butin and butanol. So ada jawab bromine test, Bayer test, Bayer's, okay. Iodoform test. Okay, so jawapan okay, jawapan okay. Bromine test boleh, dia akan bagi positif dengan alkin, okay, butin, dan dia akan bagi negatif dengan tu alkohol lah. Bayer's pun boleh ya, jangan lupa apostrofi biasa, Bayer's pun boleh. Okay, and satu lagi yang boleh, Lucas boleh, dia akan bagi positif dekat tu alkohol, and dia akan bagi negatif dekat itu butin, alkin. Bromon bukan bromon test bromon tiada, jangan tulis bromon.
Alah, apa ni bromon ni? Bromon kerupuk ikan.
Okay, so yang Bayer's dengan bromine boleh, Lucas pun boleh. Apa tu tadi, iodoform depends. Kalau dia ada methyl carbinol di dekat alkohol tu boleh pakai iodoform, tapi kalau tiada tidak boleh lah. Okay. So depends on the situation juga. Even Lucas pun kalau dia pakai primary alcohol tidak boleh. Ya, Yohani, kamu tertypo. Okay. Eric bukan Bea ya, B-A-E ejaan dia. B, bukan Bea. Alright. So I guess let's get back to Madam Ivy. Okay, Madam Ivy, the floor is yours. Okay guys, sekian iklan.
Tarik mic. Siapa tu? Mr. Ashandi. Saya tarik balik mic tu. Okay, mic ini mic saya konon. Okay, sorry ya, ada iklan sekejap. Beginilah kami ni buat iklan, relax kejap. Okay, so alcohol DENF or isomers. Okay, so now usually when students want to answer question like this, they get panic because dia terlampau banyak sentence. Okay, even psychologically pun, kalau student nampak a sentence like more than 4-5 sentence, dorang jadi panic. So what I want to advise you, jangan dulu kamu panik, kamu baca dan fahami sentence by sentence. Okay, kamu baca satu-satu, baca sentence by sentence. So first, you know that alcohol DEF ni isomers. Maksudnya DEF ni semua ada 4 carbon. Okay, and then dia ada 9 hydrogen and 1 OH group. Okay, but you need to know lah the structure of DEF. So you read one by one because jangan kamu terus panik. Oh, banyak soalan, banyak sentence tu susah. Jangan, baca satu-satu and fahami satu-satu. Alcohol D, so you write down. Okay, alcohol D reacts instantly with Lucas reagent. So kalau dia react instantly, dia memang adalah tertiary alcohol. So you can put here, okay, D must be tertiary alcohol. So kamu boleh buat sudah rangka sudah. Kalau D ialah tertiary alcohol, okay, bentuk tertiary alcohol is something like the carbon that bonded to OH bonded to another 3 carbon. See? So kamu dapat rangka-rangka, so ini ialah D lah ni. Then alcohol E, and then D kau sudah dapatkan, then you go to the next one. Alcohol E react with alkaline iodine solution. Dan kamu bagi tahu apa itu alkaline iodine solution. Okay, that is actually reaction iodine in NaOH. Oh, ini adalah iodoform test. Oh, iodoform test. This is iodoform test. So, apa itu iodoform test? Iodoform test will show positive result with methyl alcohol E. So, kamu cakap E positive with iodoform test. Okay. So, kamu boleh rangka sudah. E kalau E positif dengan iodoform test, so maksudnya carbon yang bonded sama OH itu ada bonded sama satu H dan satu CH3. So kalau nampak sudah E itu ada nilai ni. Nilai ni E. Okay. And then dia bagi tahu alcohol E. Then alcohol F. F give negative result with Lucas reagent. Decolorize hot acidified CheMetal and yield a sweet smelling liquid when treated with benzoic acid in the presence of mineral acid. So, F give negative result. Sebenarnya kalau dalam soalan ni dia ada masalah sedikit. Sebenarnya dia bukan give negative result with Lucas reagent. Dia primary alcohol tadi. Actually, it will show reaction, but dia lambat. Dia primary alcohol dia memang lambat show reaction towards Lucas reagent. Untuk show Lucas reagent, dia mesti ada heating. Okay, dia ada heating within 5 to 15 minutes baru dia show the what. So, give negative. So, sebenarnya dia F ni sebenarnya adalah primary alcohol. So, dia kena ada structure primary alcohol. So, bila kamu sudah, this is a primary alcohol. So, dia primary alcohol and they decolorize hot acidified CheMetal and it yields a sweet smelling liquid. So, again, kalau dia cakap sweet smelling liquid tu, itu memang ester lah tu. Ester. So, bila ada macam ni, kamu letak lah. Oh, kalau CF, okay, F, dia react dengan benzoic acid. Okay, benzoic acid is a benzene ring directly attached to COH, so it will form ester. Okay, in the presence of acid. Okay, so kamu kena ingat sini. Okay, so F tu memang alkohol. Alcohol can react with carboxylic acid to yield ester. Okay, so F tu adalah primary alcohol. So kalau kamu nampak dia primary alcohol, kamu kasih tunjuklah rangka OH tu C. C dia tu mesti ada 2 H. Maksudnya carbon tu only bonded to 1 carbon. So ini adalah rangka untuk F. Okay, dia mesti primary alcohol. So primary alcohol tu carbon yang bonded to OH tu mesti bonded another 2 hydrogen because they bonded only to 1 carbon, right? Okay, so kamu buat macam tu. Okay, so kamu pretty much can guess sudah. So ini ialah primary alcohol. Yang the D, ini D kan sudah dapatlah CH3, CH3, CH3. Yang D, kenapa? Sebab 4 carbon kan. Nah, ni dah cakap 4 carbon kan. So kalau 4 carbon, ni sudah 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 sudah. So ini sudah structure D, kamu sudah settle. E positive with iodoform test, kamu tahu carbon kamu tu ada CH3, ada OH, ada H. So lengkapkanlah because the structure you must have 4 carbon, right? So ini kamu sudah buat 1, 2 carbon sudah. Jadi kita lengkapkan 3 CH2, 4 CH3, dapat structure E. Okay, lepas tu yang structure F, okay, F tu dia mesti primary alcohol kan. Primary alcohol dia mesti structure dia macam ni. Jadi kamu kasih tambah lagi another 2 carbon. So you already have the whole alcohol. So you have to read one by one. Okay? Okay, ada apa-apa soalan? Class, is there any question? You have, when you meet a question like this, you must read sentence by sentence. Okay, bila kamu baca tiada Jomilson ni kan sangat good boy ni tahu. Kalau kelas GM saya pun dia sentiasa bagi feedback. Yang lain pun bah. Ya. Kamu faham ah? So, madam tunjuk teruslah. So this is the structure. Okay. So this is your alcohol B. Ini kita sudah bincang tadi, madam sudah tunjukkan. Alcohol B, okay. Alcohol E, alcohol F. Kembanglah hidung si Jomilson, tidaklah kembang. Kamu ni jamba. Dan kamu cakap dia begitu, tidak bagus kamu. So since the question said you must draw all of the chemical equation given, mentioned, then you have to draw one by one. And yang ini react instantly with Lucas reagent. So you do the chemical equation, and then it shows yang alcohol tu dia show positive towards iodoform test. So you need to draw the equation also. And then the other alcohol, it will react with CheMetal, okay, and it form it will react with CheMetal, it can undergo oxidation, okay. And then ni madam mau ajar sedikit, okay. Ni saya mau kasih tunjuk sedikit. Sebab esterification ni kan ramai student macam tidak pandai lukis tu structure. Kenapa? Lepas ni kamu terus pandai ni, confirm kamu terus pandai, okay. So biasanya madam akan ajar kamu buat macam ni, okay. Okay. Sebab yang last tu dia bagi tahu kamu the alcohol react with benzoic acid to form ester kan. So untuk kamu senang untuk buat persamaan kimia, so the alcohol is primary alcohol. So madam mau ajar kamu, so kamu kena buat yang OH tu kamu kasih dekat dengan the I'm explaining to you here, okay. Ni CH2, CH2, CH3. Okay, kumpulan OH tu, because the one when you react your substance, the one that will interact is actually the functional group. Okay, so you dekatkan functional group dia, macam alcohol functional group dia ialah OH kan. So you dekatkan OH tu. And then with benzoic acid dia punya functional group is the COOH, right? Kamu dekatkan. Okay, kamu dekatkan. Ini ialah benzoic acid. Okay, kamu dekatkan C, okay. Oh, dekatkan. COOH. Dekatkan functional group dia, baru kamu senang sikit mau buat itu. Okay, so esterification, okay, it will eliminate the OH group from your carboxylic acid and eliminate H group from your alcohol. So kamu kasih buat macam ni sebab dia eliminate OH group from your carboxylic acid kan, and then dia eliminate H from your alcohol kan. So kamu eliminate ni, so way you eliminate and then sambung terus, salin terus salin kan. Okay, dia ada H plus, heat atau reflux betul. Okay, lepas tu kamu lukis balik, tulis balik ni kamu tulis balik. Okay, so you have CH3, CH2, CH2, CH, H, lepas tu O, lepas O ni O, lepas tu H dengan OH ni sudah kena eliminate kan. So dari O tu directly pergi C. So kamu lukis directly pergi C, double bond O, benzene ring. Macam tu. So in any future chemical equation you want to do this equation, dekatkan functional group OH tu, dekatkan dengan COOH supaya kamu nampak elimination of water sana plus H2O. Kamu nampak elimination of OH2O. So when it eliminate, directly sambung terus di mana dia eliminate, terus sambung. Okay? So in the future kamu senang untuk buat persamaan kimia. Okay, Karati? Faham? Hello, any question? Class, kenapa tidak respon? Sudah kamu lari ke tu tadi? Faham, madam? Mana sudah tu Iban tadi punya bahasa? Class, faham? Faham? Mana kelas lain ni? Claudia semua, Elmira. No question? Faham, madam? Faham. Is there any question you want to ask me? Nemo. Nemo. I saw question. Karati. Faham. Panjang juga mantap sir. Wih. Kenapa kau panggil saya sir? Saya bukan sir. So far so good. Understood. Crystal clear? So we don't have much time because we're going to finish in 20 minutes. Sorry ya, madam punya internet line ada sedikit. Okay, sekarang kita masuk carbonyl compound. So carbonyl compound, why do you say it's a carbonyl compound? Class, apa functional group carbonyl compound, class? Hello, tidak menjawab kah ini? Jawab ba, marilah kita. So, nadai, okay, nadai soalan good. Okay, apa functional carbonyl compound kamu? Class, madam tanya ni. Hello, kamu kasih tinggal meja kan ni, kelas? Apa functional group carbonyl compound? Keton, tidak, ya. Carbonyl compound ni keton dan aldehyde. Apa dia punya functional group? Thank you Elmira for trying. Yes, it is carbonyl compound ni aldehyde dan keton. Apa functional group dia? Carbonyl, yes. Oh, ada Leonie. Oh, Leona Lee. Ada je student Chinese sini. 可以吗 Leonie 你明白吗明白 Madam 教你吗可以吗 Yes, carbonyl. Yes, functional group. Yang kasih kenal kamu dia, kamu bilang dia lah ni carbon compound, dia ada carbonyl carbon. Ini. C double bond O. Yes, carbonyl group. So kalau madam sebut carbonyl carbon, the carbonyl carbon, madam maksudkan ni carbon yang bonded to the double bond O tu. Inilah ni carbonyl carbon. Kalau madam cakap the carbonyl carbon, this is the carbonyl carbon. Okay? So draw the structure. Okay, satu lagi yang selalu madam bagi tahu student madam. Carbonyl. Okay, bagus. Macam ni dia bagi common name. Kamu kena tahu lah common name ya. So draw the structure of benzaldehyde. Benzaldehyde is when there is a benzene ring where your carbonyl carbon directly bonded to your benzene ring. Jadi benzaldehyde dia ialah aldehyde, jadi dia ada H di sini. Okay, so explain why benzaldehyde is reactive towards addition reaction. So now class, kamu tahu, okay, jawab dulu madam. What makes a bond polar? What makes a bond polar? Macam mana kamu cakap, this is a polar bond, this is a polar molecule. Kenapa dia ada polar bond? Kenapa ada polarity terhadap satu bond tu? Maksudnya, sekarang chlorine bonded to chlorine. Okay? Okay, so this is a non-polar. Kenapa kamu panggil dia non-polar? Kenapa? Siapa boleh jawab? Kalau saya jumpa, kamu tagih saya Cadbury. Kenapa kita cakap carbonyl functional group itu polar? Kenapa? Kenapa itu carbonyl functional group itu polar? Kenapa kita panggil dia polar? This functional group, why do you call this functional group as polar? Why is it a polar? Why the bond is polar? Why? Siapa dapat jawab? Pagi saya Cadbury. Tapi satu orang saja. Polar ada multiple bond. No, not because of the multiple bond. I give you example. C double bond C. Alkene dia non-polar. Tak boleh. Dia bukan pasal multiple bond. Lagi, yes. Thank you, Kizapor. There's difference in electronegativity between carbon and oxygen. Dia ada difference in electronegativity between your carbon and oxygen. So you need to know whenever there's a compound, they share a bond. For example, Cl and Cl. You want to know whether the bond is polar or non-polar. So whether the bond is polar or non-polar, it is based on the electronegativity. Electronegativity, yes. Oxygen is more electronegativity. Electronegativity between the two atoms that share the bond. Now, the carbonyl group, the bond is shared between carbon and oxygen. So you need to see whether there is a difference in electronegativity. Again, what is electronegativity? Is tendency of atom to attract, pull. Bahasa yang senang lah, madam guna pull electron towards itself. Okay, electronegativity ialah tendency of the atom to attract, the tarik electron more towards itself. Okay, the tarik electron more towards itself. So walaupun dia share electron, contohnya ada sharing electron here, elektron tu lebih dekat dengan oksigen. They share electron, yes. But the electron cloud is more towards oxygen. Kenapa itu elektron lebih dekat dengan oksigen? Sebab oxygen is more electronegativity than carbon. So because oxygen is more electronegativity than carbon, oksigen tu dia tarik tu elektron lebih dekat dengan dia. Okay, dia dekat itu. So you can say the electron cloud, elektron tu, okay, dia lebih dekat dengan oksigen. Dia lebih dekat dengan oksigen. Kenapa? Sebab electronegativity oksigen lagi tinggi. Oksigen tarik tu elektron lebih dekat dengan oksigen tu. Okay? So that's why you say that this carbonyl functional group is polar. Okay? So because of that, because the electron cloud, the electron cloud is more towards oxygen. Okay, it's more towards oxygen. Okay, ini kita bincang tentang generally about carbonyl group. Okay, so because itu elektron lebih dekat dengan oxygen, making kamu punya carbon ni seolah-olah kurang elektron. Dia seolah-olah kurang elektron. Kenapa? Sebab all the electron is closer towards your oxygen. Kamu boleh imagine tak oxygen and elektron tu lebih dekat dengan oxygen. So bila elektron tu lebih dekat dengan oxygen, it create what you call a partially positive side on your carbon. dia seolah-olah kurang elektron. Walaupun dia masih ada bond, it's still forming the bond with oxygen, but the electron cloud is more towards oxygen. Oxygen tarik dekat dengan oxygen. So because of this, you can say this create an electrophilic site on the carbon. Carbon tu menjadi seolah-olah kurang elektron. So bila dia macam kurang elektron, dia create this electrophilic site, what we call as carbon electron deficient, kurang elektron, menyebabkan carbon ni senang kena attack by nucleophiles. Dia senang attack by nucleophiles. So bila dia attack by nucleophiles, dia form bond. That's why in carbonyl group, it's more tendency towards nucleophilic addition. Sebab carbon tu dia kena attack by nucleophiles. So dia punya reaction mostly nucleophilic addition reaction. Allah, tidak masa sudah kita. Another 10 minutes to go. Okay, so I think this will be our last question. Berapa? Nanti kamu minta lecturer kamu jawapan untuk yang tidak sempat jawab ya. Madam minta maaf untuk tadi internet connection madam ya. I'm sorry but that's unfortunate lah. So I already explained why benzaldehyde is reactive towards addition reaction. Okay, later nanti kita bincang. Nanti madam tunjukkan skema. Okay, so write down the chemical equation when benzaldehyde is treated with mixture of KCNS and HCl. Nanti madam tunjuk. Okay, so itu senang saja. Ini madam mau terangkan lagi nih. Benzaldehyde and acetone above carbon compound suggest a chemical test to distinguish them by using the chemical equation. Now, benzaldehyde is this. This is benzaldehyde. Madam ajar secara ya. Okay. And acetophenone, ini ialah acetophenone. Ini ialah acetophenone. Okay. They are both carbonyl group. Okay, they're both carbonyl group. Functional group carbonyl. They are both carbonyl compound. But the difference between aldehyde and ketone is aldehyde, the carbonyl carbon ni ada satu hydrogen. Okay, has one hydrogen. While in ketone, acetophenone, the carbonyl carbon do not have any hydrogen. Dia tidak ada hydrogen. So because of these chemical properties, because of this extra hydrogen from your aldehyde, it makes your aldehyde, it can undergo oxidation. Okay, your aldehyde can undergo oxidation because of the hydrogen on the carbonyl carbon. But in ketone, kalau kamu tengok carbon kamu tidak ada hydrogen. Jadi sebenarnya untuk kamu bezakan aldehyde and ketone, mainly you actually use oxidation reaction. Sebab aldehyde, because of the hydrogen on your aldehyde can undergo oxidation. But ketone, because of the lack of hydrogen, it doesn't have hydrogen. When you react it with oxidation or when you react with oxidation reagent, dia tidak akan react sebab dia tidak boleh kena oxidize. Okay, so mainly kamu bezakan aldehyde sama ketone tu, bezakan aldehyde dan ketone sebenarnya menggunakan oxidation reaction. And aldehyde can show reaction because aldehyde has extra H, while ketone do not have extra H, so ketone tidak boleh react. So I show you the scheme. Okay, tadi ni lah Tolan test. So Tolan test sebenarnya Tolan reagent ni sebenarnya oxidation reduction reaction, redox reaction. Kalau aldehyde kamu boleh undergo oxidation because this one dia ada H kan. Okay, ini CH3. Kalau kamu punya, because your carbon have H here, it can undergo oxidation. So sebenarnya aldehyde kamu ni kena oxidize where your Tolan reagent, which is Ag+, dia akan diturunkan, dia Ag+, diturunkan menjadi Ag. That's why you can see the silver mirror form on your test tube. Sebenarnya itu adalah Ag plus yang undergoes reduction becoming argentum solid. That's why dia terus termendak dalam kamu punya silver mirror. But if it's ketone, because your carbon here do not have any halogen, so when you react dengan pollen reagent, that will be undergoes oxidation. So it cannot undergo oxidation. Kamu punya argentum pun tidak boleh reduction. That's why there is no silver mirror. So mainly how you differentiate between your aldehyde and your ketone is actually from oxidation reaction. Okay, aldehyde can undergo oxidation where your ketone cannot undergo. So pollen reagent sebenarnya oxidation reagent, they actually oxidize your aldehyde. Okay, so that's why Ag itu diturunkan. Okay, so this one is the explanation just now previously. The carbonyl functional group, which is polar. Okay, carbon atom is less electronegativity than oxygen. Okay, madam should explain. So electron density is drawn more towards oxygen. Why? Because oxygen is more electronegativity. They tarik electron more towards itself. So making your carbon electron deficient. Okay, so because your kamu punya carbon to electron deficient, kurang elektron, seolah-olah kurang elektron, dia senang kena attack by the nucleophiles. Okay? Okay, sorry 10 AM. Sorry madam, minta maaf tidak sempat bincang. Alala, banyak lagi tidak bincang ni. Sorry class. Thank you for joining my session this morning. I'm so sorry tidak sempat bincang. Nanti kamu boleh minta lecturer kamu jawapannya. I'm very sorry because of the time just now. Madam makan banyak masa untuk the internet problem. Okay, but I'm very happy that kamu masuk juga. Maybe one more question. Are you okay if we discuss another one question? Kalau saya ambil masa beberapa minit, okay kah? Cepat jawab. Okay kah? Kalau madam jawab satu lagi soalan last. Boleh? Boleh kah? Kamu mau pergi beli pasar kah ini? Okay, cepat jawab dalam live chat. Boleh kah tidak? Okay saja. Next. Okay kah? Okay kah? Boleh? Sekejap saya last question. Madam macam tidak senang hati pula. Pun bela kamu tengok rambut madam dulu. Okay ba, miss? Saya bukan miss. Boleh lah, miss. Boleh je kan? Boleh. Madam, yes, madam. Saya tahu nampak macam miss. Matilah kalau lelaki saya tengok ni live. Okay, last question. Okay, any question you can ask me. Okay, so based on the reaction scheme, okay, alcohol P, kamu dapat compound Q. Ya, mau Cuti juga kan? Ya, selamat Hari Raya. Okay, now name compound Q. Okay, boleh sayang kamu semua. Okay, so sekarang kamu identify the functional group. Okay, ini carbon number 1. Ini functional group dia. So dia automatically carbon number 1, number 2, number 3. So as I always teach my student, right, you always have to name the parent first. So if you look at this is actually a ketone but in a cyclic, and it has how many carbon? It has 6 carbon. So dia memang hex lah, hex kan, dia hex. Tapi dia cyclic, jadi cyclo. So since it's a ketone, cyclohexanone. Okay, cyclohexanone. And then you look at carbon number 3, have this. Kamu tengok ni ya. Carbon. Okay, ni madam ajar kamu ah. Kalau kamu tengok, the carbon that directly bonded to the ring, this carbon that directly bonded to the parent, this is actually a tertiary carbon. Why do you call it a tertiary carbon? You look, it bonded to 1, 2, 3. It bonded to 3 carbon. So nama dia memang third. third. Third tu maksudnya tertiary, dia third. Okay, lepas tu berapa carbon yang ada? Dia ada 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon. So dia third butyl. Third butyl. And it's located at carbon number 3. 3 third butyl cyclohexanone. Okay, so alcohol P, as you know, alcohol, if you undergoes oxidation, if it become a ketone, meaning it is actually a secondary alcohol. So kamu boleh nampak sudah itu dia di sini. Okay, di sini OH. Lepas tu ni kita boleh kena kacau lah. Okay, so alcohol P, okay, condition 1, 2, 3. Alcohol P, macam mana alcohol P undergoes oxidation? So kalau kamu undergoes oxidation, you can use any oxidation reagent. Kamu boleh guna apa saja. Kalau kamu guna CheMetal pun boleh. So kamu guna KMnO4 H plus heater. Okay, dichromate pun boleh pakai, boleh, no problem. Okay, so if you look at here, carbon here, lepas tu dia masuk ni kan, this is actually reaction of what? Condition heat lah, mesti kasih condition heat. Okay, so and then suggest reaction for 3, number 3 tu, dia dapat 3, they actually reaction with KCN in the presence of SC. Nampak tu, ni, tu ni, carbon ni, double bond O. So medium sudah cerita tadi kan, dia susceptible for the attack, so dia kena attack by the Cn minus, dia compound dengan Cn minus. Okay, okay, so okay, now madam mau bagi tahu satu. Okay, alcohol, if you undergoes oxidation, you will get a ketone, a secondary alcohol. Okay, secondary alcohol, if you undergoes oxidation, you're gonna get a ketone, and your ketone can undergoes reduction back to alcohol P. So reduction kamu boleh guna NaBH4 in methanol atau any reduction agent. Boleh pakai any reduction agent. Yes, you can also use lithium aluminum hydride followed by hydrolysis. Boleh juga. Okay. Now, name a test that can use to differentiate P and Q. Jangan dulu kamu lari, ini penting nih ya. Ini madam ajar lagi cara paling senang kamu buat Brady test. Okay? So sekarang dia minta bezakan alcohol P dengan Q. So we can use Brady test. So madam akan tunjuk kamu cara senang buat Brady test. So Brady test. So Brady test ni ialah 2,4-DNPH. Ingat, Brady test will show positive result towards carbonyl compound. As long as you have C double bond O, it will show positive result towards the carbonyl compound. Yang penting kamu ada C double bond O. So alcohol tidak ada C double bond O. So it won't show reaction. So madam ajar kamu macam mana. So bila kamu mau buat Brady test, okay, bila kamu mau buat Brady test, kamu lukis functional group. Remember, yang akan react ialah functional group. So functional group tu kamu dekatkan C double bond O. Okay. Okay. Lepas tu you react with 2,4-DNPH. Ni kamu kena hafal lah bentuk 2,4-DNPH untuk Brady test. So senang saja kamu buat N, H, H. Kalau madam dulu time student madam nyanyi NH2, NH, benzene ring. Okay. Lepas tu bagian 2 and 4 ada NO2, NO2, NO2. Okay. Now, untuk kamu faham ni, kamu fikir di sini. Brady test ni ialah condensation reaction. So what is a condensation reaction? They are two small molecule, okay, they are two small molecule, they combine to be a bigger molecule. But in the process they want to combine, they will eliminate one small molecule. In this case is water. So apa dia akan eliminate? Dia akan eliminate O from the carbonyl carbon. Dia eliminate kedua H dari 2N. Dia buang. Lepas tu terus sambung. And you will get the product. So you salin balik this. Okay. Terus pergi N. Because to H2 dia sudah eliminate. N, lepas N, H. Then NO2, NO2. So this is your orange precipitate. That's why kalau kamu membuat persamaan kimia, kamu pastikan berdekat to functional group, because in chemical properties, the one that will react is the functional group, the one that show chemical properties. Okay, so dekatkan tu, and ingat Brady test ni ialah two small molecule, elimination two small molecule, dia eliminate satu small, dia bergabung jadi satu molekul yang besar. So in this case, just remember you eliminate O from the carbonyl compound and dua hydrogen dari kamu punya 2,4 DNPH. Lepas tu kamu buat observation. Observation is orange precipitate form. Okay, then kamu buat dengan alkohol P. Mesti buat walaupun tiada reaction, kamu mesti buat juga. Then you do OH plus H and NH, benzene ring, NO2, NO2, and then no observable change. Mesti tulis and then mesti ada observation, no orange precipitate form. Okay? Okay? Boleh kelas? Boleh? Habis sudah, last dah ni. I already took 8 minutes of your time. I'm very, very sorry. Okay, so is there any question you want to ask me, class? Class, nemu? Nimpai ma, hey ma, boleh kah? Faham? Do you understand the lesson today? Boleh, madam. Do you understand my lesson today? You enjoy my class? Hello, do you enjoy this class? Feedback? No, madam. You don't enjoy? Alvin Thomas. Masuk juga ilmu, bagus. Syukurlah masuk ilmu. Yes, madam. Yeah. Okay. The next question. Yes. Okay, madam. Enjoy. Yes. Banyak juga SL Fiona. Okay, so our apa ini? CheMetal 3.0 discussion finish. Thank you for joining my class. Teruskan belajar untuk it's good for you to polish your basic lah before you enter PhD, and also kamu ada PhDM juga kan. Okay, so selamat Hari Raya kepada yang menyambut. Okay, yang tidak menyambut, saya tahu kamu mau menyambut juga itu kan, orang Sabah Sarawak, walaupun bukan sambut disambut, semua kita sambut. Okay, so selamat Hari Raya to those who celebrate. Selamat berpuasa beberapa hari lagi nih. Okay, bye-bye. Happy holiday 1 week. Okay. Andi ambil lah, take over Andi. Jangan lupa isi attendance. Isi attendance ya, isi attendance. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Isi attendance. Okay lah. You can leave the live chat. Thank you for attending my class on my discussion. Okay, bye class. Bye. Happy holiday. Bagi flying kiss. Mr. Andi suruh bagi flying kiss. Tidaklah. Okay, bye-bye class.